Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome back to Black Canvas Grappling. Now, of course, we're still in the Grand Prix Tour, so we're looking to get into essentially our third round of matches here today. And I think we've got some pretty good matchups. So we're obviously going to start with Group A. There is one thing I wanted to do, and that was at the end of last episode. This happened. So the Crippler, as you can see, he's very old. He's 46 years old. But his contract with the SWF is currently running out. And he has decided not to, renew, basically. So he will be leaving the SWF. And as you can see, he's only going to be $60 per show. Essentially due to his popularity, which is very low in Japan. Now, he's very old. Don't get me wrong. I know that. But when you look at his stats, he's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. And I think even despite his age, he'll be a very, very good talent to pick up and to essentially join the import stable, which is what we would probably look to do with him. But yeah, just look at his 90 basics. I mean, he's got really good fundamentals. Still got 71 stamina there as well, despite being 46 years old. 78 psychology. His primary skills are pretty outstanding. Got 73 technical in there as well. And really good star quality, and he's really good on the microphone. He's really good at promos. So I think I want to sign him. I think we can negotiate right now. And I might even try and do like an ironclad clause to try and keep his wage from ever increasing by a large amount, if that makes sense. So what it does is if you do an ironclad clause, it essentially makes it so that people can't not only get out of their contract early, like is pretty much what has happened with Dynamite Narahashi, but they also can't ask for pay rises as their contract is essentially set in stone. Anyway, let's get into the tour. That's just something I wanted to mention, because I did see that pop up once I finished recording the last episode. Anyway, if you do want to get TEW 2020, you can find a link to go and purchase that in the description down below. And of course, it does actually help out the channel as well. And this is kind of the reason why you want an ironclad contract. We've got a pay rise request here from Mabushii Furusawa. Luckily, he only wants a $120 pay rise, so we'll give him 75%. Actually, I think he wanted a lot more than that, so we just gave him 270. I think he was on 120, and he wanted 300. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. You know, he's probably one of our best talents, top 3, top 4, something like that. And of course, he's got this beautiful mentor-protege partnership here with Koyo Kinoshita. And once again, Kinoshita improving in some more psychology there as a result of that partnership as well. Alright, so we're expected to bring in 591 fans for this tour. Now, I'm assuming most of you guys probably saw that I did a TCW stream over on Twitch that I did upload to YouTube. It's going to be something that's going to be happening fairly consistently. But during that series, or during that live stream, I sort of realized that generic venues are definitely not the same as they were before. And that going into arenas can often generate you more money. So, for example, if we find the 1,000-seater arena, so this one, Yoshisha Athletic Center, running in this venue might actually generate us more money than running a show with a generic venue. Now, I'm not sure if it will. I'm going to stick with the generic venue because we did actually get 640 people last show. But that is something that I did kind of realize playing as that TCW during the live stream. So yeah. Anyway, let's book Group A. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually set out the first 2 rounds of the tournament properly. So I have had to spend about maybe 2 hours going through each and every round and making sure that the matches were not going to be doubled up. So yeah, I've finally got all that sorted out. And our first match for Group A, round 3, if I pull up my phone here. Give me 1 second. We are going to have... So it's going to be Marvel Malloy. If I can find him, there he is. Marvel Malloy will be taking on Kamisaka. I think we'll make this the technical masterclass as well. I think Marvel's going to pick up the win there as well. Yeah, I did slow build. I think we might actually give it 20 minutes. Yeah. Alright, next match we have Yoshinaka Taku, and he's going to be taking on Blaster Coma. So we'll get that one booked in as well. This should be a pretty good match, I think. And again, we'll give it 20 minutes. And I think I want to have Blast get the victory in this one as well. Still probably a little bit too early for Yoshinaka Taku. And again, he can't actually call matches in the ring. So I think he might be slightly limited. Anyway, the next match is going to be Big Bruiser Finlay. And he's going to be taking on Reizan Okamoto. This is a big match. Could probably be the main event. But I don't think we're going to make it the main event. And in this one, I think this is actually a rematch. Is it a rematch? But I think Finlay did actually injure Reizan Okamoto. So I think we'll give Reizan the victory for this one as well. I mean, you guys know that I'm a really big fan of Okamoto. So I do want to push him pretty hard. Finlay is complaining despite having less popularity. Yeah, he has quite a bit less popularity. I mean, we'll keep him strong because it's Finlay, and I guess he kind of needs to be strong, even though it is essentially a tournament. And then finally, which will be our main event, it is going to be another rematch from a storyline we've sort of been doing recently, and that is Funakoshi taking on Suki in what is a bit of a grudge match. A bit of a grudge match, of course. Suki did turn on Funakoshi to essentially get his chance at a title shot. But for this one, we are going to have Funakoshi picking up the victory. And this, I mean, it should hopefully get about an 80, which is what we got for Furusawa's match with Group B in the last episode. Hoping for something similar. It is going to be a non-title match, and we'll make Maida the road agent for that one as well. How much time do we have? Alright, we've still got a fair bit of time, so let's do a 8-man tag, exclude everybody already booked, and then let's use some of our guys that are not being used too much at the moment. Let's go Cloaked in Shadows, and they can team up with Sotomura and Ozawa to take on Yokikawa and Sen, and Mitsukuri and Kinoshita. Should be a pretty good match. We'll give it 12, and we will make it the Steal the Show match. As far as the winners go, let's go with Yokikawa, and he can pin Prowler Igarashi, I think. Not that it really matters too much who loses, but, you know, they're all young lions. Well, the two younger teams are, of course. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. We'll put that in between the other matches on the card. And let's do a couple of angles. So let's go with a Funakoshi angle. And that'll be a Menace angle, so there we go. And I want to put that before his match. And then I think we'll go with a... Let's go with a Big Bruiser Finlay angle as well. I think I might try entertainment for him. And we've gone over a minute. Okay. That's fine. We can literally just take a minute off this match. Perfect. All right. One more thing. Let's book a cheeky little trios pre-show match as well. Essentially just to get some more guys on the card. Let's go with Agata and Kisaka, and they can be teamed up with Dynamite Naruhashi. And they can take on Urugataya, Ipitsutsai, and Okamasa. Shouldn't be a pretty good pre-show match there. So relatively happy with that one. Might even do better than the 8-man tag. Possibly. And of course we are still going to lose Dynamite Naruhashi pretty soon, so that sucks. I'm wondering if we'll be able to sign him back, you know, fairly soon after. Anyway, that's going to be our next two-a-day number 5. Or Group A, of course. And we start off with a 48 for our pre-show match, where we have Masashi Urugataya and Ipitsutsai and Okamasa defeating Explosive in 12-14 when Urugataya pinned Yutaka Agata with a jumbo backdrop suplex. That's a pretty good match for the pre-show anyway. And yeah, actually going in the generic venue kind of benefited us a little bit. I'm not sure if that would have been the same had we gone into the 1,000-seater. But I'm assuming it was probably more cost-effective to actually do it that way than to spend $1,000 to get the 1,000-seater. I'm not too sure. We might have to do a little bit of experimenting with that. Anyway, we then start the show off with a 59 for our technical masterclass, where we do have Marvel Malloy defeating Kadonomaru Kamisaka in 20 minutes, 23 seconds by pinfall with a Marvel breaker. Another 2 points there for Marvel. And of course, Kamisaka not looking too good in this tournament. Alright, we then move into a 58, where we have Blasakoma defeating Yoshinaka Taku in 20 minutes, 25 seconds by pinfall with a Northern Lights bomb. So we got 2 points there for Blasakoma. You gotta think he's going to be pretty happy with that. Alright, we then go into the 8-man tag sort of filler match in between our Group A matches, and we get a 44, so the pre-show was actually better. And of course we have Yokokawa and Sen, and Mitsukuri and Kinoshita defeating Cloaked in Shadows and Sotomura and Ozawa in 11-11, when Nobuharu Yokokawa submitted Prowler Igarashi with a stump puller. I mean, it's not a bad match. Sofu Ozawa, actually the worst performer out there, probably due to his age and his declining as well. Okay, so Mitsukuri was upset as Prowler Igarashi almost injured him with a botched move as well. That's a little frustrating, not gonna lie. Anyway, we then go into a 53 rated entertainment angle from Big Bruiser Finlay. And of course, he's saying that he wants to win Group A. He wants to win. He doesn't even want to be the runner-up. He just wants to flat out win the group and be in a good position to go into the final. His match also getting a 59, where we have Reiza Nakamoto defeating Big Bruiser Finlay in 20 minutes, 20 seconds by pinfall with a brainbuster suplex. Kind of glad I didn't make this the main event. I was thinking about it. But Funakoshi's definitely going to carry. Alright, we then go into a 60 rated menace angle for Funakoshi. And of course, this is the pre-angle for the main event. And there we go. 80 rated main event match, where we have Funakoshi defeating Suki in 1944 by pinfall with a butterfly backbreaker. Yeah, another 80. I think that's equal with our last match on episode 13. Our main event on episode 13 for the Group B matches. 75 in-ring performance there from Funakoshi as well. And a pretty respectable 67 for Suki as well. Really good showing. Really good main event. Okay, so we get a 69 for our overall show rating. It does increase our popularity in 7 regions. However, we do actually have another penalty for our production values, which I didn't actually notice. So that's interesting. Because we only had 1 production value penalty before, and now we have 2. Which I'm guessing probably hurt our overall show rating a little bit as well. So I think we want to sort that out. Otherwise, that could be a bit of a problem. Yeah, so there we go. EX 2010 increased their production values to professional. So that's pretty frustrating that they kind of did that before our show. And as such, that's kind of left us screwed over, I guess. At least a little bit. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty expensive. $2,500 fee. And then $7,500 per month plus $2,000 per show. Yeah, that one's a yikes. And I feel like they kind of did that because they know that we're running heaps of shows at the moment. Yeah, not great. Alright, I think we need to do some more meddling. I've kind of stopped on the old meddling, but we've got some issues, so we kind of want to sort them out. Anyways, let's advance forward to the B group show. And I'll get my nice little tournament bracket that I've made for Group B. Group B was actually a lot easier for some reason. Okay, so 5-star have increased their production value to professional, music to in-house, and live event experience to small as well. So what does that actually mean for us? Okay, it essentially doesn't mean anything. They've just upgraded their levels to sort of be on par, maybe, with us and EX 2010. I'm assuming that's what it was. So we've still got 1 penalty. But I don't think it's that bad, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's go Animal Haka, Shadow Ichimori. No effect this time. And again, we'll just go another generic venue in Kansai. Alright, so let's book the main event first. And we're going to have an interesting main event this time. Obviously, we're going to have Furusawa. He kind of needs to lead Group B. And he's going to be taking on Giant Brodie. So I think this is going to be a very interesting test for Giant Brodie. A little bit worried about his stamina. But I think we're going to try and push a 20-minute match. Because I think that will essentially get us the best rating possible. Yeah, I mean, that should be pretty good. Let's also make Maida... Oh, I forgot to do the Maida introduction angle on the last show. That's fine. Doesn't really matter too much. And again, we always have to leave out somebody as a result. Okay, up next we've got Storm Spillane taking on Naozane Goto in what should be, I think, a pretty good match. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. Goto versus Storm. Unfortunately, we'll have to make it, 10 minutes, I guess? Either way, I think we want to give this one to Goto. I don't want him to be like a jobber in the tournament, if that makes sense. As he is the Challenger Series champion. But I'm just a little bit worried about popularity. He's got 46 popularity. It's not too shabby. Yeah, they're about the same, so that should be fine. Storm's a little bit unhappy. I mean, that's kind of frustrating. Seems to be a lot of that going on so far. Okay, up next we have Miura taking on Hanyu Toshisai. Now this should be a pretty good match as well. I'm expecting like a 70 out of these two. Definitely be a good match, with Tanyu Toshisai picking up the victory in this one as well. Of course, I think he only picked up his first 2 points in the last episode, so back-to-back wins for Toshisai. And then finally, our last match is going to be Bunraku Tori, and he's going to be taking on Yoshizawa. And as you can probably guess, this one's going to be a pretty straightforward victory. Alright, one needs to be our technical masterclass as well. I think we might be able to make it this match between Miura. Oh no, Miura's... Oh, no. Never mind. What about Yoshizawa? Does he have good... Yeah, he's got 52 technical. Okay. I guess we'll make it Tori and Yoshizawa. I mean, Tori's... Yeah, Tori's technical is not great, but it's also, you know, it's not poor either. There we go. That one's fine. And then let's make that our first match on the card. Perfect, alright. We'll go one more match. We'll just chuck in a cheeky trios or 6-man tag, however you want to say it. Let's go with Asono, Matsuzawa, and Rockimon Matsushita to take on Iki Hisaka, James Diaz, and I think let's throw in someone a little bit better. Let's go Kiyotaka. I didn't want to put too many young lions in the match, but we'll give the victory to Rockimon Matsushita as well. And I think we'll also steal the show with that one as well. Perfect, alright. So that'll go in the middle. Let's do our angles as well. So let's go with a... I guess we'll go with the Yoshifusa Maeda angle, and then we'll go with Storm. If I can find him, oh my god, there we go. We'll go Storm, we'll go Mabushii Furusawa, we will go Giant Brodie, we'll go... Who else is actually in there? We've got Miura, we've got Yoshizawa as well. If I can find him, where is he? There he is. Bunraku Tori. And who's the last person? Goto. I think I'm missing somebody, but I don't actually... I can't remember who it actually is. Alrighty, there we go. Perfect. So that'll start us off on the show. And then I think I might do a Furusawa angle. Kind of want to do a Giant Brodie. Let's have a look at Brodie. So it'll be a menace angle for 4 minutes. And it looks like we can actually do that. So I think I want to keep Giant Brodie with a menace angle. As you can see, his menace is pretty good. He's got 89, so... I mean, we could actually throw in Furusawa in there as well. Let's do that, because it might actually bring the rating up a little bit. And we'll give it 5 minutes. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. Alright, let's do a cheeky little pre-show match as well. Let's do a triple threat tag team match. Just with some of our young lions. Let's go Agata and Kisaka in there as well. And I guess we can go the wild animals. And, I mean, realistically, Animal Haka kind of needs to win, as he is the only non-young lion in the match. Nakanishi, too much refereeing. Okay. Alright, there we go. So there is our Group B show as well. So let's run it. Pretty curious about the main event with Giant Brodie. Alright, so we start off with a 40 for our pre-show, where we have the Wild Animals defeating Cloaked in Shadows and Agata and Kisaka in 12:30. The order of elimination was Cloaked in Shadows first, and then Agata and Kisaka. Yeah, I mean, we had Ichimori off his game and Wild Red Stallion off his game as well. 40s, yeah, it's not great. We then start the show off with a 68 for Maida's angle. Of course, introducing the matches for tonight. And trying to put over some of these guys. We then start the show off with a 64 rated match with Bunraku Tori defeating Inajiro Yoshizawa in 1933 by pinfall with a spinning forearm smash. That's a pretty good technical masterclass, I think. I'm pleasantly happy about that. Yeah, 64. Alright. We then go into a 55, which is better than I thought it would be, so I'm happy about that as well. And we have Naozane Goto defeating Storm Spillane in 955 by pinfall with a Goto slam. And apparently Storm and Naozane Goto have great chemistry, and it showed in their performance. But it was also too short of a match, which is essentially going to happen every time Goto is more or less in a match now, because he does have that higher level of popularity. But at 55, that's not too bad, and we were also keeping Storm strong. That should be mentioned. Alright, we then go into the 6-man tag, getting a 49, where we have Yuta Osono, Yoshisada Matsuzawa, and Rokumon Matsushita, defeating Iki Hisaka, James Diaz, and Kiyotaka in 12-16, when Matsushita pinned Iki Hisaka with a one-handed chokeslam. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good 6-man tag. And of course, Matsushita with a 53 in-ring performance. Not too bad. Alright, we almost have another botched move. This time, James Diaz was upset that Yuta Osono almost injured him with a botched move. 2 in 1 episode, okay. Moving on to a 69 rated Group B match where we have Tanyu Toshisai defeating Noritoshi Miura in 1938 by pinfall with a dangerous brain buster. And yeah, Miura and Toshisai have great chemistry together as well. So a 69 is pretty good. Very, very close to that 70. We then go into a 60 rated angle for Giant Brodie and Mabushii Furusawa. So that's probably better than it would have been had I left Furusawa out of the angle. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm happy that I put him in the angle to help out Giant Brodie. And finally, the main event. It does okay. It does okay. Getting a 71. It's a little lower than we've, come to expect from our main events at the moment, but it's over 70, and I'm kind of happy with it, because Giant Brodie, he's not the most popular guy on the roster, and this was kind of a pretty big test for him as well. Anyway, we have Mabushii Furusawa defeating Giant Brodie in 20 minutes 14 seconds by submission with a Furusawa armbar, and of course, that keeps Furusawa perfect so far in the group. And the overall show rating getting us a 67, increasing our popularity in 7 regions there as well. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. It's not the best in the world for both shows, but I think they're definitely doing the right job that we need them to do at the moment. And I mean, to be honest, I really enjoy booking this tournament. It's quite fun, but we do have another pay rise request this time from Yoshizawa. Alright, so he wants 360 per week, or per appearance, sorry, which is higher than the 50 that he's currently on. Oh, I've got to give him a 75% pay rise. I mean, Motoyuki Miyake would definitely be a guy that I want to sign. I mean, as you can see, he's pretty incredible. And on 2016, I had signed him. But it's good to see that he's actually got a job in 2020, even if it is with Saisho, who are kind of the lowest Japanese company, I think. Yeah, anyway, let's have a quick little look at our size. We are at 54 popularity in Kansai, and we are at 25 in Chubu, Chigoku, Shikoku, and Kyushu, with 16 in Tohoku, Kanto, and Hokkaido. So, you know, we're looking pretty good. We're definitely gaining a decent amount of popularity each month, you know, between 1 and 2 points in certain regions. Obviously, Kansai is going to be a lot slower, but we're essentially only 10 points of popularity in these yellow regions here from going to medium, and then we're only 5 points away in Kansai itself. And then we can actually offer exclusive written contracts. So, yeah. Another thing to mention is a lot of the guys on our roster are actually loyal to Black Canvas Grappling, which means they will never sign a exclusive written deal with another company. So we got guys like Bunraku Kantori, we got Funakoshi, loyal to BCG. Who else do we have? Obviously not Furusawa. Goto, loyal to BCG. Okamoto, loyal to BCG. Rockimon Masashita, also loyal to BCG as well. Toshasai. Oh, I thought Toshasai was. I guess I'm mistaken. And yeah, Yoshinaka Taku is actually loyal to BCG as well. So that's pretty beneficial. And I guess here we got Agata is BCG Trueborn. So he's obviously come through the dojo. I'm wondering what that actually means. I'm assuming that means he's loyal to BCG as well. But I'm not too sure about that. I'm assuming that's what it is. Either way, hopefully some of those young lions do actually become loyal to the company as well. I'm assuming they probably will once their young lion period has finished. At least that's what I'm hoping for anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to have a quick look at some popularity. Funakoshi is at 63. Marvel is at 47 still. What about Tori? 57. I think that's the same. He might have actually lost 1 point of popularity. I'm not sure. Reizen Okamoto is at 58 as well, which I think is the same prior to his match. Who else have we got? Suki. So Suki's at 47. Which is actually back to where he was when the series started, despite losing to Funakoshi just then. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Either way, the tour is well underway. We're almost halfway through, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, apart from that, guys, take it easy, and goodbye.